Marcus put the icing on the cake with a triple. Sure, Mabry, the dagger, boom!
Nicholson, the goal-ahead bucket. Townsville complete the comeback of the season.
Hello and welcome to the National Convention Centre here in Canberra for this Round 9 WNBL matchup between the UC Capitals and the Sydney Uni Flames. Liam Ellison here alongside three-time WNBL champion Steph Litzarves. Steph, welcome. Both teams coming into this one, coming off a win in their last games. It was a close game last time these two teams met. How do you see tonight coming?
Yeah, definitely. It was a really close game last time, and with the controversy that surrounded that game, I think we're going to have another close one again today. Of
course, today is the first time these two teams have met since the Round 1 integrity breach. Of course, it was a big saga. Do you think that's going to play a factor tonight?
I do. I think all of the players will definitely be coming into the game thinking about that, having it in the back of their mind. But I think it'll just add fuel to the fire, and I think players are very professional in the league, and it's going to be a really good battle today.
Of course, the Flames registered their first win on Thursday night over the Bendigo Spirit. It was a three-point sharpshooting display. I mean, what a great game that was from Sydney.
Oh, it was absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I've seen as good a shooting anywhere before. Both of Shyla Heal and especially Lauren Mansfield really put on a clinic. They couldn't miss, and Lauren was something like 7 of 13, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, sounds about right.
Hopefully she keeps going on with that tonight.
Unbelievable stuff for sure. Just having a look at the cap starters now. Brittany Smart, Michaela Roof, Brittany Sykes, Kelly Wilson and Kelsey Griffin. And let's talk about Sykes, Steph, because she's been an unbelievable addition to this Capitals lineup.
Yes, she has. And we've been talking a lot about the quality of imports we have this season, and no exception with Brittany Sykes. She's come in and fit in really well in the team. She brings that energy and spark, and she's been fantastic for them.
Looking at the Flames now, Shyla Heal, Kira Rowe, Keely Froling and Kalani Purcell is coming into the starting lineup today in place of Renee Davis, who's not in uniform. And look, Davis has played a few games now for the Flames. That's a big omission.
It is, and especially because they've had a lot of imports roll through their team, and she seemed to fit in really nicely, smoothly, and really seemed to gel with the rest of the team, so big loss for them tonight.
Certainly is. Of course, they have had a little bit of a merry-go-round of imports, the Flames. Liana Odom had to withdraw before the season due to injury. Stephanie Watts only played a couple of games, and then again, injury hit. Chelsea Dungy was released, and now Davis. So it's been an interrupted start for the Flames, to say the least, but Kalani Purcell is a more than capable entrant into this starting lineup.
Yes, she is, and her last game was fantastic. I couldn't praise her enough. She did all the little things, all the effort things, the things that don't really get noticed on the stat sheet. And with Davis out, this is really going to be her chance to step up and just really solidify her spot in the season, for the rest of the season.
Two teams outside of the top 4 at the moment, but look, both look like on their day they can seriously do some damage. Of course, the Caps are, I believe, 4-3 on the season. Got a great record, but the league's just that even at the moment.
It is, and it's whoever turns up on the day. I truly believe that. If a team comes up ready, knowing their scout, ready to play, anyone could take out anyone this season.
Paul Goris back out there. Of course, last week he rejoined the team. How important do you think it is to have your head coach back out there for the group?
It is. It's really just that leadership aspect. Kennedy did a great job standing in while Coach Paul Goris was out, but having him back will just make them feel that little bit more steady, I think. Just, you know yourself when you have your coach back and you're just feeling a bit more comfortable. I think it'll really help the Capitals today.
Just about underway here. Got a good young gun matchup coming between Shyla Heal and Jade Melbourne. We'll speak more about that at halftime, but of course, Opal's camp begins on Monday, Steph, so that's massive for some of these girls.
Yes, it is, and they're definitely out to get the win, but really just show what they can do. So I think there'll be a little bit of nerves, but hopefully it's a bit of excitement as well.
Here we go. Kelsey Griffin to contest the tip against her former teammate, Keely Froling. Of course, the two Frolings facing off today as well. Alicia out there for the Caps.
Definitely someone's going to have bragging rights on the way home.
It was the Caps the first time who took the bragging rights. Here we go. Can the Flames get one back? Froling wins the tip, but it falls the way of Canberra. And Kelly Wilson, the 400 gamer, will start proceedings off. Griffin inside to Sykes. Rowe got a hand in. It'll stay with Canberra. And Keely Froling as well, Steph. I mean, what a signing for this team. Obviously, she had a massive season last year for the Caps. To get her over to Sydney, how big is that for them?
That is, and she's just got that strength, size and agility. So having a player of that calibre on your team, it's a good thing to have.
Sykes fouled. That'll be on Mansfield.
And it looks like Loz Mansfield copped a little bit of a stray arm on the way through, or a stray elbow. Shaking it off.
Had a big couple of games, Lauren Mansfield. 24 points and 22 points respectively. Smart from the corner.
And
the veteran nails it.
So good at that. She just has a quick release, and it's a really high release too. So make sure that they keep a high hand on that.
Turnover. Good start for the Caps. There's that smart three again. Putting up 9 points per game this season in 20 minutes. So it will be Flames ball. In fact, stays with Sydney. Purcell into the starting lineup today. Gill doing her best to get free. Sykes right up in her grill. Mansfield does well to draw the foul.
And the guard matchups today are really interesting. So obviously Sykes has a little bit of a height advantage on Schuyler. So it'll be interesting to see what happens down the other end.
Both teams with some serious depth in the guard position as well. Obviously, Nakasoglu coming off the bench for Sydney, and the likes of Jade Melbourne, Talia Tupea for Canberra. It's really they've got some riches in that spot.
They do. You don't lose anything on any of your subs, so that's a great position to be in.
Sydney with another chance. Wearing the gold jersey today. That's a three-throw line, Jay, for Purcell. 8 steals in her last outing for Purcell. Smart misses on her second triple. Mansfield slows it down. Into Froling. And Roof just got a hand in.
That was a nice little sneaky hand there from Roof. Just managed to tap it away before the shot was able to be put up.
Good defense from the Caps. Canberra will get a fresh 14 here. And already you can see that Sykes and Heel matchup. Very interesting. Couldn't find iron that time. And that'll be on Kira Rowe, no score.
Personal foul number 1, Kira Rowe.
And if you'd see what Kira was trying to do, she was trying to keep Roof out of the key because she has that strength and power inside there and is such a great finisher.
Professional foul.
That's right.
Here's Kelsey Griffin. Bit of a wild layup attempt. Mansfield now. Hands it off to Froling. Here with a pretty floating move. Bounces home. She was great as well in the last outing, Heel. Sykes, what a move. Splits through the sea, finds the bucket.
Just that nice little change of pace, hesitation, and just no one was around her for that layup.
Going to be great to call her today, Brittany Sykes. Gill hands it over to her backcourt mate in Mansfield. Froling running out of space. Turnover.
And Canberra are doing a really good job at just getting really up and in on their defence, not giving any of the Sydney guards any room to move or any room to think. And, yeah, it's causing some trouble for them.
Griffin with the handoff. Ruth, bullet pass into Griffin. What a beloved member of this Caps team she is.
Oh, she is.
Of course, 2019 League MVP. Mansfield stepping back, shooting with confidence. Not that time.
And why wouldn't you after the shooting display she had last time we saw her play?
Yeah, absolutely. Griffin with some space. Sydney crashed the boards. Last touch, though, by the Flames. Hard to stop Griffin in that situation.
That's right.
Smart, same spot. Not that time. Ruth, though, with the O-board. Nice move from Ruth. Great atmosphere at the National Convention Centre. Canberra fans love their Caps. Here's Rowe, corner three. Purcell doing all the hard stuff. Swift pass, but Rowe wasn't ready for it. Sykes draws the foul on heel.
And by the look on Charlotte's face, I don't think she agreed with that call.
That's a great close-up right there. That's meme material, Steph.
I think one's coming.
Here's Sykes. Ambitious passing to Ruth. It's come off.
And that great vision in there. You could see that Ruth had the mismatch. She just sealed up, held Loz Mansfield out, and easy too.
Caps out to an 11-4 start. Flames need an early response. Purcell hands it into Mansfield, mishandles it. There's that assist again. Smart basketball.
The UC Capitals would like to thank the following sponsors.
Time out on the floor. It's an 11-4 start for the Capitals. Chance for Shane Heel to talk things over with his Flames. Doesn't look too happy at the moment, Steph.
No, he doesn't. But it's early in the game, and they know that Canberra are going to come up and in, and they can't have that type of intensity for the entire game. So they just need to ride out the storm, make sure they're holding off, getting their passes, getting through their plays, because they can be so prominent in their offensive scoring. And once they just shake off the initial nerves or the initial pressure, I think it's going to be a much closer game.
Certainly a chance to bring back some calm for the Flames. Early days here. Paul Goris back out there as well. Just about ready to get back underway. Flames played on Thursday night, so maybe Caps with the fresh legs.
That timeout might have just been a little momentum breaker that they've been hoping for the Flames.
Wilson now for the Caps. Griffin, mid-range two's no good. Wilson comes up with a steal, hands it off to Ruth. Alley-oop play, beautiful stuff.
Pretty to watch, wasn't it? And it just came from the being in the lanes, the pressure defense. 1-2, easy shot.
One-handed catch as well from Ruth.
Getting a bit fancy.
It certainly was. Heel. Mansfield handling the ball with wizardry. Purcell a little strong though. Sykes just slowing things up for Canberra. No call from the ref. Hill thought she drew the foul. Smart, another corner three. She's got the green light. Sykes, good dish in a row. What a well-timed play.
That was some beautiful offense to watch, and Canberra are crashing the boards really hard, so Sydney need to make sure that they're finding a body after every shot and just boxing out, one and done. They can't afford to be letting them have 2 or 3 shots at it.
Intercepted by Froling. Morgan Jaeger straight into the ball game. Kicks it back out to Heel. What can she do here, Heel? They need a bucket. Blocked by Griffin. Froling gets another go at it. No good on the second attempt.
And they were 2 really good looks that they should have just maybe converted on. But Kelsey doesn't make that same mistake.
No doubting that one. Double-digit leaders, the Caps. Defending really well as Wilson getting in that time.
Yeah, they're really putting the pressure on in defence, the Cats, getting in the lanes and making it hard for Sydney. Sydney just need to respond to that with making sure that they're holding their player off, and the big block there that we saw from Kelsey.
They don't lose much, the Caps. Jade Melbourne out there now. Wilson takes a spell. Bunton as well off the bench. They're a seriously deep unit. Froling trying to step through on Roof. Does really well. That one just bobbles out. Sykes retrieves it. She's got 2 flames ahead of her. Goes anyway on her left. Melbourne crashing the boards. Froling's come away with it for Sydney. That's a deep 3-pointer from here. Oh my goodness.
A little bit of a heat check there for Shyla.
Something out of nothing when they needed it. Impressive stuff from the youngster. Here's that Melbourne and Heel matchup. Tries to hand it inside to Bunton. That'll be a jump ball.
Flames ball.
And it looks like the Flames are taking that same message that Canberra are giving them. They doubled straight away as soon as Bunton got the ball. We saw Pizzy, we saw Shyla just collapse and made it really difficult for her. And that's what they'll need to do.
Worked on that occasion. Here's Pizzy inbounding. Sykes again, keeping Heel honest. Mansfield now has to go. Froling gets it up. He's tapped it back out to Jaeger. Did well there, Sydney.
Personal foul number 1 for Talia Tupea.
And Roof just
Coming on for the UC
tricked Froling a little bit there. She thought she was coming for the big block and worried her out of it.
Been in all the right spots early, Froling. Couple of misses around the rim, though.
She has. She's been getting to the right spots and they've been making good plays. They just haven't been converting them. So if they made 50% of those shots that they had taken, it'd be a different game.
Heel finding her way in. Tupea did well. Forced the jump ball. And great to see Talia Tupea back out there, Steph.
It is. And she's had such a rough run with injuries and niggles and not being able to get out on the court. So it's always good to see someone come back after they've had a long run with injuries.
Back on for the Flames, number 32, Kalani Purcell.
Just getting the court sorted. 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Caps leading points in the paint 10-2. Early days. Tupea hands it over to Sykes. Inside to Bunton. Again, that ball movement a feature. And Tupea and Bunton get tangled up. It'll stay with the Caps. That'll be on Purcell.
Number 2, Kalani Purcell.
Inbounds to Bunton. To Paya, using her strength. Tough move.
It was, and Tupaya's been well known for that throughout her career. She just takes her time. It's almost as if it's slow motion. She just uses her body so well, gets into the key and just can finish.
Composed stuff from the guard. And that'll be on Melbourne, trying to get a hand in.
Personal foul number 1 for Jade Melbourne.
The battle of the two young guns. Both have a lot to prove, I think.
Absolutely, especially what's about to transpire next week.
That's right.
The Opals camp.
I'm sure they'll be going hard at each other.
Here we go again. Heel, what a move. Pretty stuff. It's been a great opening quarter from Heel. A couple of highlight plays.
That's right. She just, that little shimmy shake, got past Melbourne, and the easy layup. We were worried a little bit there for a second that Sykes was going to send it into the 5th row, but she didn't quite get there in time.
Looked unfazed. And Heel and Melbourne had a collision there. They looked fine. Into Bunton, working on Purcell, fading away, classy.
And Kalani just didn't quite have that reach to get there.
So long, Bunton. Great to see her back in the league as well, Steph.
It's always great to see players return to the league when they've been out for a little bit, especially after the birth of Alex's firstborn.
And 11 knee surgeries she went through, Alex Bunton. So what a road it's been for her to get back to this point. Jade Melbourne backs it out, 30 seconds remaining. Sykes, she can fire, elbow 2. O-board for Bunton is good. Shot clock's off. One last chance for Heel. The team trails by double digits. Sykes making it really tough. Mishandles it. So that'll do it for the end of one. It's the UC Capitals 21 leading the Sydney Uni Flames 11. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time to bring you the second quarter of this one. Catch you then.
To everyone who said we're not strong enough, not fast enough, wrong. We're crossover queens, scoring buckets, taking names and hitting no-look threes. We fight for every ball. Until we dunk, hell yeah. When we roll into the court with nothing to lose and everything to prove, you're in for a show. She got style, she got balls, she got belief, she got game.
Great to have you back with us at the National Convention Centre here in Canberra. It's the Capitals leading by 10 points. And if you like what you've seen tonight, don't forget about Aussie Hoops, providing a fun and inclusive basketball experience for 5 to 10-year-olds that serves as an introduction to over 100,000 kids every year around the country. AussieHoops.basketball/find a program. You'll find the link on your screen now. Liam Ellison here alongside Steph Blitzars. And Steph, what a fun first quarter we've just witnessed.
We have. It's been fantastic so far, and it's definitely been more physical than I anticipated, with the Caps getting right up in the lanes and really making Sydney have to work to get any of their scores. So I think that Sydney are going to have a chat about that this first break and maybe give the Caps a bit of their own medicine. Speaking
of being up in the lanes as well, Brittany Sykes didn't have a rest that quarter. 2 steals already to her name. It's actually, we've spoken a lot about the Melbourne and Heel matchup. It's been the Sykes and Heel matchup, really.
It has been, and she's been given the job on Heel today, and she's been doing a great job so far. She is that little bit longer, and it's really making it difficult for Charlotte to come down and really just set up the team, which she can usually just do really cruisy. But yeah, it's going to be a real battle for her today if Sykes continues that, because she's obviously not needing the rest. So yeah, it'll be exciting to see.
Certainly will be. Averaging 33 minutes a game this season, Brittany Sykes, and we know that it was the guards that powered their Thursday night victory for the Flames. That's got to be on the scouting report, you'd think.
Yeah, definitely. If you watch any game tape of the previous game, you would know that you can't give Mansfield and you can't give Shyla Hill even half a look, because it will go up and it will probably go in.
Here we go, second quarter back underway. Pizzi makes Froling work for it. Rowe just bobbles out on the three. Melbourne pushing the issue. Now Sykes will slow things up for Canberra. Bunsen rolling to the hoop. That's a long two for Griffin. Emma Mahadi out there for the first time this evening for the Flames. Froling provides the pick. Mansfield's picked up her dribble. Froling getting inside, missing on the lay-in. Did so well to get to her spot.
She did well to split the defenders, but couldn't quite convert that layup.
Melbourne with the corner triple. Canberra continue their dominant start.
And it's great to see that the Canberra coaches have confidence in their younger players coming in, because they don't lose anything from having that sub.
Oh, blocked by Griffin.
Kelsey's seen them today.
Number 2 already for Kelsey Griffin. Another great close-up there. Look of bemusement. Now Mahadi from the corner. Bunsen corrals. Tapea dishes it inside to Griffin. Classy stuff from Kelsey Griffin.
And she's just a solid player. You know what you're going to get from her, and it's all effort. And she has that finesse aspect to her too, so she can just spin and have that little step back fade away, and you don't think it's ever going to miss.
Putting up 16 and 8 this season. Another great season for her. What a star of the league she's been for a decade now.
And you come to expect it from Kelsey, so I don't think we speak about her enough. She's just a great player and puts up great numbers every game, but because we expect that from her, it's almost as if she's a little bit forgotten.
It's a great point. We best not take her for granted. So lucky to have her down here. The Caps especially, as Froling makes on the first. Fought hard so far this game, Froling. 0-6 from the field, though. Misses on the second attempt. Melbourne hands it over to Tapea. Now Kelsey can fire. Can't find iron. Melbourne dives in. Somehow Purcell gets it out. Gritty stuff from both teams. It'll be Sydney ball.
And that's the nitty-gritty we like to see. People diving on the floor, getting after loose balls. And another deflection from Kelsey.
And you get the sense Jade Melbourne likes that sort of stuff.
Yep. Definitely.
Real bulldog.
That's it.
Rowe. Purcell comes with a pick. Again, this Canberra defence. Mansfield's got a fire.
And that was another great defensive set there from the Caps, making them shoot a tough shot at the end of the shot clock.
Melbourne hits back high, and Griffin did really well. Now Tapea from deep. Froling down low. Gets her shot up, but no good on that occasion. Speaking of the Canberra defence, Griffin's been stellar.
She has been, and especially because she's played against Froling before. She knows what she likes to do, she'll know her tendencies, and she's playing it perfectly.
Now Griffin will step it out for 3. Another triple drops for the Caps. It's all Canberra at the moment.
It is, and Sydney need to find a way to just be able to get through their plays. There's a lot of pressure in the backcourt, so that means a lot of dribbling, and so it's slowing down their offense.
Sykes comes up with a steal. She's got Melbourne ahead of her. Recognises it. Sykes is pumped. Timeout on the floor. Have a look at Jade Melbourne. 31-12. Sydney, they need a response.
They do, and it's all come from Canberra's defense, getting in the lanes, pressuring up, hands like that, and then look at this beautiful pass.
Brittany Sykes, she looks at home in this league.
She does. It looks like she just knows what's going to happen next and just gets there. So Sydney will have to regroup after this little stint and just talk about what's going to work for them, because at the moment they're just getting pushed around. So they really need to hold their space, maybe even get a little bit physical and see how far they can push it before the foul gets called, because at the minute they need to do something.
10-0 in the points from turnovers column, unsurprisingly to the favour of the Caps. It's been pretty much a dream start since Paul Goris has come back from his suspension. Of course, 34-point winners against Bendigo in their last game, and now they're very much in control of this one. They must be happy with the way things have gone.
Yeah, so they've obviously had it in the back of their mind. They've played really well under Kennedy, and they want to do the same thing for Gorry after him being away for so long.
How much of a distraction do you think from a player's perspective, Steph, that could be? Or do you just kind of, put that to the back of mind and get on with the job?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of veterans that probably take in a coaching role during the game, so I think it would affect this team less than it would maybe a younger team.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly that makes sense. They've got some championship calibre, or championship players, full stop, for this Capitals team. Froling, much needed for Sydney.
Let's hope that that's the momentum swing that they use to get back into this game.
Wilson back out there for the Capitals. Purcell getting a hand in. Who else?
That's right. And she might just be their little powerhouse that picks up the defense and gets them back into it.
Yeah, she was a spark plug on Thursday night. Bodies collide. Mansfield comes up with it. Hands it off to Froling, and she's drawn the foul. Smart play. Ouch.
And that's the bit of biff, I think.
Yeah, we spoke pre-game. Roof looked bemused with the call. Froling now starting to assert her dominance on this game. Up to 6 now. Melbourne pushing ahead. Canberra back it out. Smart back down to Roof. Skipping it round the perimeter. The Capitals. Wilson from long range.
And Sydney did so well for such a long part of that shot clock to try and make the Caps make extra passes and not get the shots that they look, but the Caps were just smart enough to just kick it around and find the open player.
They've been moving the ball well today, the Caps, as Melbourne swats it out of bounds.
Said you beat me once, you're not beating me twice.
Good vision from Roof, especially down on the post. Mansfield, a world of space. You knew that was going down. Seven triples last game for Mansfield.
I think they might need a little bit of that Mansfield tonight.
Certainly help cut this deficit. So timeout on the floor. The Capitals lead this one by 15 points halfway through the second, and they won the first quarter by 10 points. They're now winning this one by 5. Everything is going to plan, really, from the home side's perspective.
It is. They seem to have a scout, and they're playing the scout really well. They know that it's a very guard-dominated Sydney team, so there's a lot of dribble from Mansfield and Schuyler. They have the ball a lot of the time, so they're trying to pressure it and make it really difficult for them and get it out of their hands as much as they can. And the Sydney are going to just have to think about where else their scores are going to come from, because at the moment, Caps are wearing them like gloves.
Yeah, it seems to be very much Heel, Mansfield and Froling who are the offensive focus. And in fact, they account for all bar 2 of the Flames' points. Meanwhile, Canberra, they've got 8 different scorers. So it really is a contrast of styles. It
is. And yeah, I think they might have to take a page out of Canberra's book and think, where else can we get scores? Because at the moment it's not working. Where else can we get them from?
See what they can do here.
Yeah, they do. They have players on their team that can be scorers. So it's not like they don't have the personnel to do that. It just they haven't needed it so far this season. So if they change that up a little bit and maybe get the scores from elsewhere, it might be a different game.
Who are some of those Flames players that we can look at to maybe fill that void?
Yeah, so Kalani we've talked about her being a defensive player and doing all the effort things, but she can also be a very good scorer for them inside, because she's a big, strong body. And then if you look at Kira Rowe as well, she's very athletic. Ooh, a bit of a collision there. Hope everyone's okay.
Looks like Smart and Mansfield, I believe, or Heel, in fact. Accidental collision.
That physicality that we've been talking about.
It would be great to see Purcell get involved in the scoring column, because, gee, if she added that element, I think everyone would have no choice but to take notice of how well she's playing.
That's right.
Gill stays out there, tough as nails. Froling looking for the handoff. Here is Purcell. No look, out to Froling, steps it out for 3. Rowe gets a fresh 14 for Sydney. Ambitious pass attempt. Roof picks it off. Sykes, who's hardly had a break all game. Gill did well to pick that off. Purcell provides the assistance. Gill steps out for 2. You can see the field goal numbers on the screen now. The Caps have been red hot.
They have been, and their shots are looking open and quite easy. And I think that speaks volumes of the percentages.
Pretty pull-up, Jay, from Sykes. Fun to watch, fun to call.
And she's just so athletic. One dribble, straight up. And there's not a lot there that Loz Mansfield could have done to stop that shot.
Wilson with the dime as well. One of the league leaders once again in the assist column. Mansfield trying to make something happen again. Not a heap of movement. Canberra defense holding up. Good pass from Heel. Mansfield stepping back, had to fire. I feel like we've heard that shot clock buzzer expire a few times this evening already.
We have, and with a contested shot at the end of it. So Canberra are doing a great job at their defensive assignment today.
Sykes couldn't make it rain that time. Smart did well. Comes up with a steal for Canberra.
And Sykes wanted that alley. You could just see her pointing up and
Just couldn't get it to go that time. Found the space, couldn't convert. Mansfield hands it around the back to Kalani Purcell. "14 points in arrears, the Flames. With a couple of minutes remaining, Heel looked inside the three-point line. What a step-back move, though.
She does have such a quick release.
Does not need much space at all, Steph, as Griffin drives all the way to the hoop. Sykes comes up with a steal. Tries to step through on Heel. Floats it up and just missing. But she will head to the charity stripe.
So far this half, it looks like Sykes is winning that defensive assignment. She's putting her little hands in there, making Charlotte fumble a little bit and picking it off.
That was steal number 4 for Sykes already.
Sykes will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's been a fun matchup. I mean, Heel has got 14 points on 5 of 6 shooting. She's been unbelievable, but Sykes has been just as good on the other end, really.
It is, and it's almost gone unnoticed, the really good shooting percentage, because you're just watching Canberra do everything with such ease. Their defense has been phenomenal so far, and you just get drawn to that more so than the great shooting that's been happening.
Yeah, it's certainly snuck up on me. Heel with 14 of Sydney's 24. Purcell needs a teammate. Here's Mansfield. Purcell's wide open from the top. Makes them pay. Purcell with a big triple, up to 5 in the ball game. Bunton wide open from the top. No good that time. Mansfield hands it over to Pizzy. Rowe, plenty of space, no good. Shot clock's off, Canberra's got it. Chance to cap off what's been almost the perfect first half. Wilson hands it over to Brittany Smart for the triple. Another one for Smart and another one for the Caps.
And what a way to end that quarter just there.
Absolutely,
Big
the
three.
Capitals. Big triple, 43-27 they lead. So that'll do it for the first 20 minutes of action. The Capitals 16-point leaders. Steph, it really has been all their way, and the Flames, you know, despite Heel's hot shooting, they've had their struggles.
They have, and I've spoke about it the whole first half. Credit to Canberra's defense, because they knew exactly what they wanted to do and come out and stop, and that's what they've been doing. Shyla's obviously a great caliber player, and she can make her shots, but if they're living and dying on just letting Shyla shoot the shots and limiting the amount of shots that she has, it's going to fall Canberra's way.
Some of the highlights from the first half on screen now. And Michaela Roof especially has been unbelievable for the Caps today. 6 points, 6 boards, and defensively she's been everywhere.
She's just a workhorse. She knows what she's good at and she does it well. So you see her inside the key, just banging bodies, getting after boards, and yeah, she's done so well so far this half.
We saw 8 steals on Thursday night for Kalani Purcell. Well, Brittany Sykes got 4 tonight. She's been unbelievable defensively. Really, all the Canberra guards have.
They have been, and it speaks volumes for the veteran level status that they have, because they're all very smart, and the younger players coming through are learning from those veterans, and it's evident.
Match stats on the screen now. The Capitals getting it done from beyond the arc. And the Flames, there has been some hot shooting from Shyla Heel, but bar that, it hasn't been quite the same performance from Thursday.
Yeah, no, it's like they ran out of juice a little bit. So they just need to get that pep. They have halftime to regroup and talk about what they need to work on. And hopefully we see them come out with a little bit of a pep at after halftime.
Certainly. Well, welcome back, everybody. And Steph, it's been an exciting first half. Who's impressed you the most? There's been performers everywhere. Who's the player that stands out?
Well, so far, Kelsey has been doing such a great job, just smart, working really, really hard. She's been, as we just saw there, great finish, great cutting, and her defense. She's really made it hard for the bigs, especially Froling, to get herself into the game in any aspect. So, yeah, she's been a standout for me today.
Hard as nails, Kelsey Griffin, and of course had the interrupted season already with the facial injuries earlier in the year. Had one of her eyes basically closed shut from the bruising, but nothing seems to faze her.
No, and that's one of the best things about Kelsey. She's there to play, and if she's not playing, she's there in a coaching aspect, even if she's not the coach. She's just a great leader, great person, and she's one of those players that you would just love to have on your team.
Got a couple of naturalised players on this Capitals team. The other, Michaela Roof, who we spoke about, has been unbelievable. Some of the highlights from her on screen right now. But how are you seeing the battle of the two, young guards, Steph? Talk to me about Jade Melbourne and Shyla Heal. It's been Sykes who's defended Heal for a lot of it, but two young guards going into the Opals camp. It's a big moment for these two.
It is, and Shyla's been playing very well with a lot of pressure on her, so that speaks a lot for her. That speaks a lot for her. But Melbourne is also doing so well, especially in such a star-studded team. She's been stepping up, and she shows what she can do without doing too much. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, and it's great to see so many, two of these real young guns getting a chance and getting that chance to go into the Opals atmosphere. So it's pretty exciting for both of them.
Some stars of the future. Maybe a bit of a changeover period in the Opals as well, potentially, and these could be two of the young stars that lead that charge. I mean, Heal's been leading the way offensively tonight, Steph, but if you had to pick one so far, what do you reckon?
I couldn't really pick. I think both of them do what they do really well. Jade has a bit of biff about her, and she doesn't give up, so she's one of those hard-nosed defenders with jets. She's so fast. And then Shyla, obviously the great shooting display that we've seen so far, and that's been throughout the whole season.
Paul Goris back into the lineup last week after, of course, the integrity breach that we saw in round one. Great to have him back out there for the Caps, Steph. Of course, we've got a quote here. Even while I was away, there were some really good games and promising signs. We just need to get some consistency in our performance, and that's something I've said since I've been back. We just need to be more consistent over our 40 minutes of basketball. It's sort of been hovering about around 500 since his departure, Steph. I mean, it must be hard for a coach, not being able to be there with his team. Yeah,
so especially when there's a coach away, you know that your team's going to step up, and assistant coaches are just a bigger part of the team as the head coach, but it's always something that's in the back of their mind. You want to feel comfortable, and when the head coach steps back in, so Gori's back in now, you can see that they've started the game really well, and they're comfortable, and they're following all the scouts, and it's been really good to watch.
Yeah, certainly has been. Championship winning coach, of course, Paul Goris, so great to have him back out there. I mean, look, they obviously had a 34-point win over the Spirit in their last game. What did you make of the team's response in that particular game to having him back?
Yeah, it was great to have seen them step up just that little bit extra. They go, Gori's back. We're definitely going to, come out here and prove to him that we haven't been slacking or we haven't been taking a step back while he's been away. So it's great to see that they haven't missed a beat, and it would have been hard for them to do that, I think, because with the likes of Kelsey Griffin, Kelly Wilson, they have those, even with Michaela Roof, they have those veteran players that just have add their own coaching aspect into the game. So even if Gori was away, you have three coaches on the court anyway, as well as your assistant coaches.
Let's turn our focus to the visitors tonight, of course, the Sydney Uni Flames. Kalani Purcell, we've sort of touched on it throughout the broadcast a little bit. She was unreal on Thursday night. 8 steals, did it all really for the Spirit, and maybe the player of the game in that one.
Yeah, I definitely called her player of the game. So, yeah, she has all the abilities to score do the hustle things, the tip outs, the boards. And she's a really good passer. She has great vision of the court, sometimes so good that her own teammates don't know the ball's coming. But she's really starting to come into her own, I think, because she's the prominent big for Sydney.
Certainly thrust into a bigger role tonight with Renaya Davis not out there if you've just joined us for Sydney. Davis is not in uniform this evening. I mean, what have you made of Purcell's game in particular this evening? Do you think she's backed it up?
Yeah, I think so. It's a whole lot of hustle and work ethic and things that you can do without having a whole lot of other... if you are not necessarily the most fantastic shooter or you don't have the best shooting percentage, you can do all the little hustle things, and that's what I think is the most important thing about it.
Speaking of shooting percentages, how about this display against the Flames? They shot 48% from the field, 53% from three on the game, 17 of 32. And Lauren Mansfield in particular had 7 triples, Steph. What did you make of that?
Oh, that was just beautiful to watch. It was, every time she let go of the ball, I was thinking, it's going in. It just is a beautiful looking shot, and especially from a left-hander, because you normally look at those shots and you go, oh, you can tell, but it was just beautiful, fantastic. And if they can get some of that spark back into it, it comes with the confidence. So if you make 1 and you make 2, you go, oh, that's easy. I can make 3 or 4 or 5. Whereas if you make 1, miss 1, make 1, and then you just don't have the confidence, I think you just need to forget about it, and shooters are going to shoot. And Lauren Mansfield has showed that she's a shooter.
Just the 2 points this evening for Mansfield, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc, but to my eye seems to still be shooting with confidence, do you think? Yeah,
I think she is. It's just been, they're hard shots that she's had to shoot. They've been the end of the shot clock, contested shots, and they're not coming from good rotation and extra passes. They're forced at the end of a play where Canberra have done a great job at their defensive rotations and made it really difficult for them to get what they want.
They certainly have done well defensively, the Caps, tonight. Look, Sydney registered their first win of the season on Thursday. Look, they are struggling a little bit tonight, Steph, but what do you think? I mean, they feel like a team that's maybe a little bit better than a cellar dweller, say.
Yeah, so they've lost a lot of games that have been 5 points, 2 points, 3 points, and if maybe just 1 or 2 of those games had gone the other way, they would be in a completely different position. But you have to win the close games to learn how to win the close games. So as soon as they start to get that momentum and get that confidence and maybe string together a couple of wins, I think we'll see a different team.
Do you think they're better than where they sit in the ladder currently?
I think they do. They have the potential to be a much better team than what's portrayed on the ladder so far.
Well, almost back underway here in the second half. What do both teams need to do? I mean, for Canberra, it's about maintaining this dominance. What does Sydney need to do to turn it around?
Yeah, I think just make sure that they're holding their seals on their passes, because they're giving up space too easily, and Canberra are able to get in the lanes, and they've had points off turnovers. They've been in the getting even just little deflections out of court where it disrupts the offense. So if they can hold their space, get through some solid plays and get some really good looks, I think that'll just hold them in good stead for the rest of the quarter.
How much do you think they're missing? Obviously Davis tonight, but a big body, an extra big body out there for, sort of free them up, especially their guards with a couple of screens. They seem maybe a bit undersized to my eye.
Yeah, so they have some strength, but not necessarily the depth that Canberra do. So Beck Pizzi's also another, she's a slender body, but she's got quite some strength. So maybe if we saw her play on the court, get on the court a little bit more, maybe she's able to hit some bodies and maybe just make some shots a little bit more tough for the Canberra bigs. But yeah, they seem to be just that little bit lacking in depth in the bigs department.
Yeah, well, Kelsey Griffin leads the way in scoring for Canberra with 11 points. They've got an even scoring spread, the Caps, 8 scorers apiece. Brittany Sykes with 6, Roof and Smart as well. For the Flames, it's Shyla here with 14 points and no bench points so far for Sydney.
Yeah, they'll have to really step that up and get some more players into the game, I think, if they want to have a chance.
Let's see what they can do here. Sykes and Rowe to start us off. Caps leading this one by 16. Flames searching for their second win in a row and second win of the season. Sykes, strong move to the bucket.
That first step is deadly.
Can say that again. So quick. Now the Flames. Can Mansfield get hot? She got hot in a hurry on Thursday. Finds enough space for a long two. Griffin pulls it down. Wilson hands it off to a good mate, Griffin. Cross court, Griffin, corner three. Canberra keep on rolling.
And that was just beautiful to watch. They had Roof inside, which made it made Griffin's defender just second guess how far off she came, and skip cast straight to the three. Fantastic.
They've certainly delivered tonight on both ends, the Caps. Froling puts it on the deck. Purcell's made 1-3 already. That one just rims out.
And you can just see a sea of blue on the boards. Every board, there is at least 2 or 3 Canberra players in there.
Smart's hit a couple of triples. Here's Roof. She'll just stop and fire. Mansfield boxed out. Did well for the Flames. Here's Froling, long two. Flames shooting around 30% from the field today.
And a lot of them are short. It's just like they don't have their legs underneath them.
They come up with it here. Hesitation move. Heel puts up the floater. Just missing. So now Wilson a chance to slow things up for Canberra. Sykes and Rowe get tangled up. Get another look at it here. Just some incidental contact on the way through.
It's not the first, and I don't think it's going to be the last tonight.
Grudge match here at the National Convention Centre. Rematch, of course, of the integrity breach saga. First time these two teams have met, and you might be a clairvoyant, Steph. They've happened just then. Missing on that attempt. Now Smart's hitting the deck. Mansfield's got a teammate. And the Flames take advantage.
That was really nice. Great separation there from Mansfield to find Pizzi underneath.
And Smart's hit the deck and Pizzi's taken advantage. Still 19-point margin. Sykes, pretty crossover move. Smart loves this situation.
Even with the wayward pass and the extra dribble, straight in.
Third three of the game for Smart. Mansfield pulls up for two. Into Sykes. 3 Flames defenders there. Smart again from the corner. Automatic.
And I think Sydney maybe need to have a look at how open they're leaving Britt Smart, because they're really helping in, over-helping in the key, and she's just finding those open threes, and she's not going to miss now.
All from that same spot, the corner as well. So call here from the referee. And the crossover move to create the space was nice from Sykes.
Substitution coming on for the Flames, number 24, Morgan Diego.
Brittany Sykes is up to 5 dimes already in the game, averaging 4.7 on the season.
And she just has such a quick crossover and such great agility that she's making Sydney overhelp. And she's just finding open shooters everywhere.
Is it a surprise, a player of her position, being so high up in the assist table?
Well, I think because she's such a prominent scorer, she's drawing so much attention that she can just find the open player because people are doubling her.
Wilson and Sykes both averaging around 5 dimes a game. Jaeger run out of time again. The Capitals defense once again a feature. Inboard to Roof, spinning, driving baseline, all class.
Beautiful move there from Roof.
Smiles all round at the moment for the UC Capitals. Sykes comes up with another stop.
And the Caps bench are on their feet. They are loving this.
Crowd as well getting involved.
And you just see the lean into that screen that just sent Sykes into Jaeger.
And you can almost see why they've done that, because they've just struggled to find any space really the whole evening. It sort of does, I mean, as a player, does it lull you into trying to, you know, get an elbow in here, create some space somehow for your guards?
I think when it gets to this point, you have to try something, but especially on a step-up screen like that one, the refs have perfect vision of it and you're never going to get away with it. So might have to try it behind the scenes. Bumping the cutter and making it a bit difficult behind.
You're the voice of reason, Steph. Rolling. Flips it up, can't flip it in. Sykes puts it on the deck. Oh. Having fun with it now, the Caps.
They are.
Bunton kicks it out. Got the hot hand as Brittany Smart. She can do no wrong. Banks it in, her 5th triple.
And if you're banking your 5th 3, I think she could probably kick the ball and it'll go in.
Unbelievable 3rd period so far from the Caps.
Seeing the ring like a hula hoop.
She certainly is. 18-4 this quarter for the UC Caps. And Sydney just can't come up with a response right now.
No. And you can see that their body language, they're getting a little bit deflated. Everything seems a bit tough for them. But this time out, it's coming at a good time. They can just set up their next couple of plays, talk about what they're going to do defensively, because they're really over-helping off the shooters. And you can see why. Canberra have a great presence inside the key. And so they're trying to deter them from scoring inside because they had so many points inside the paint. And now the 3-point shooters are stepping up. So Canberra are just scoring at will at the minute.
Yeah, it's been a reverse of fortunes in the 3-point scoring column. It's now the Caps who are shooting 50% from long range. And it's a far cry from where we were a couple of nights ago. Jade Melbourne back out there for the Capitals.
And both Frolings are on the court. Battle of the Frolings, of the sisters.
Should be fun. Only seen the 4 minutes so far from Alicia Froling tonight. Here we go. The 2 Frolings straight out of the timeout. Jaeger found some space baseline. Has to hand it over to Heel. Jaeger slips up. Got to make a move. Unlucky for the Flames. Good defense if you're Canberra.
They just ran out of time yet again today. And Canberra are doing such a good job at that pressure and making them make that extra pass that they don't want to.
Feels like they're approaching double digits of shot clock violations they've forced.
Yeah, it's been a fair few tonight. Or if not that, it's a contested shot at the end of the shot clock.
Sykes. Oh, Brittany Sykes pumps her fist. Teammates love it. And once again, the ability to just create space out of nothing.
We get to watch that beautiful athleticism again here.
Powerful.
And she just had such great body control on that shot.
Converts on the N1. Canberra continued his scoring run. Busy tries to get their hand off. Sykes comes up with yet another steal. She's having her way this evening for the Caps.
Oh, she is, and she's pumped up.
Great to see. She's got this place pumping here in Canberra.
And nearly got herself another one.
Purcell trying to make something happen. Banks it home for Sydney. And that breaks a 25. Let me read this correctly because this is a remarkable stat. In fact, 15-0 run, Steph, that broke on that bucket for Purcell. It's been all their way the last 5 minutes.
It really has been, and it's all coming from their defense.
Coming on for Sydney, number 2, Emma Mahadi.
Both teams going to their bench units here. Melbourne just keeps it in. Oh, Melbourne, perfect dish. And Froling comes up with her first bucket. Still shooting 63% from the field, Steph. The Capitals.
Jeez.
So deep into this ball game, it's a crazy statistic.
It really is, because normally you see teams shoot really well at the start of the game, then a little bit of fatigue comes in and it drops off, but it doesn't look like they're wavering.
Could we breach the 100-point barrier tonight for Canberra? Looks on the cards. Tapia sums it up.
And it's contagious. Shooting with confidence, because everyone in that Canberra team has confidence right now.
Sykes, another steal. We've seen this story before.
Thought she was going to go up and dunk it there for a minute.
Looks like it. Taps the backboard for good measure. Showcasing that athleticism. Brittany Sykes up to 6 steals in the game. 15 points for her. And we've run out of adjectives to describe this performance from the UC Caps.
We really have. It's just as if they know where Sydney are going to pass the ball before they pass it. And Sydney need to really not telegraph where their passes are going, because Brittany Sykes is reading it like a book, taking it straight off the plate and going down and almost dunking it down the other end. So it's great for us to watch, but not so great for Sydney.
Do they potentially look at utilising Funda Nakasoglu, who's only played the 1 minute tonight, often a very smart ball handler? They just need to, stop these turnovers. Is she potentially an option just to switch things up, give Heel and Mansfield a break?
I think at this point in the game, it would be a great switcher just to get her into the game, and because she hasn't had as much exposure, maybe she might be able to give something a little bit different to the game.
Of course, second game in 3 days as well for Sydney. Fatigue could be a factor. 40 points in arrears. At what point do you start to put your best players on ice?
It's at that point where you're looking at the score at the minute, and it's going to be a big feat to try and peg it back. So maybe looking to switch it up a little bit and get your bench a run.
29-6, they lead this quarter, the Caps. Here is Nakasoglu. Busy, hands it off. Sykes switches on to Heel. Oh, blocked by Sykes. Her defensive performance tonight, Steph. Talk to me. This has been unreal.
We need to know what her mindset is before this game, because she has been all over Heel all game. And she's doing such a great job.
Great test for the youngster Heel. Floats it up from almost the 3-point line. Gets the drop. Brings her tally to 16 tonight for Heel. Interesting to see how they call this one. Looks to be on Heel.
And I think that was a bit of a frustration foul there from Heel. Just two hands. There you go.
That's the third personal tonight for Shyla Heel. Only player in any real foul trouble in this one.
Just a little bit of frustration, I think, from Shyla.
Sykes continues her hot run. 16 points, 6 assists, 6 steals.
Just good across the board tonight.
Abby Cubillo out there for the first time as well this evening. Nakasoglu shows some aggression.
And it's nice to see her get her first couple of points on the board.
Yeah, hasn't seen too many buckets so far this season, Nakasoglu, after what was a really good WNBL season last year. Rowe, back-to-back buckets for the Flames, a rare sight.
And here we go. This might be their chance to just, you know, peg it back a little bit, get some confidence up.
Chance to get some confidence back up for Sydney, as you said. Bunton. Less than a minute remaining here in the third. It's been a remarkable 10 minutes of basketball for the home side. And that'll be number 4 on Heel.
And I would think that she would take a seat now. Just raises that arm and they're going to call that every time.
Crafty play from Cubillo. Over to Froling. Cubillo now tried to fake out Purcell. She wasn't having it.
Purcell was like, not today.
Good luck, says Kalani. And just miscue. So that'll do it for the end of 3. The UC Capitals 74 lead the Sydney Uni Flames 39 in what was a 31-12 third period. Unbelievable. We'll catch you in a couple of minutes to bring you the fourth quarter of this one. See you then. Hello and welcome back. The FIBA Women's World Cup, you just saw pictures right there. It's coming to our shores here in Australia this year from the 22nd of September to the 1st of October at Sydney Olympic Park. Make sure you get your tickets. You can sign up for first access at womensworldcup.basketball. Should be a very, very fun tournament. And of course the Opals camp, Steph, starting on Monday. Got a few players here in this game who feature Jade Melbourne and Shyla Heel especially. It's going to be big. I mean, how do you see that playing out? Obviously, they'll be coming off a game. Do you think they get straight into it on the Monday, or?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to, aren't they? Yeah, so I'm sure they're full of excitement coming into an Opals camp because they're getting exposed to the best players in Australia and internationally. So just to come into that, even if you are tired, I think that, you know, the excitement will overrun that and it's going to be a great experience for them.
silver medalist 2018 World Cup in Spain, the Opals, and geez, something about the last 4 years, it's just gone like that. We're already at a World Cup again.
It is, and it feels like we just had the Olympics because it wasn't that far away. But yeah, it's great to have the World Cup on the horizon.
First time since 1994 we've had the World Cup here in Australia. Fourth quarter underway. Missing on the lay-in. Tapia pulls it down. Sherry Kalea out there for some action for Sydney. Tapia wide open. Bunton using her size. Fresh 14 for the Capitals. And Tapia draws some contact.
Just see the reach in there from Sherry Kalea.
Only seen limited minutes so far this season, Kalea, so great opportunity for her.
Yeah, and it's games like these where you can give the younger players that little bit of experience, get a good run in there against a really good team.
Tapia takes care of business at the free throw line. Call here from the ref, looks to be on Melbourne.
Just a little bit too zealous on her defense.
Cabillo doing well to deny Kalea. Froling posting up, cross court, Pizzi, wing three. Purcell fighting hard, but couldn't quite get a hold of it.
And it's good to see that there's still that effort going on in there because Kalani didn't get it, but she put the pressure on Bunce.
It looks to be a real sort of standard setter for this Sydney team. Do you think, Steph? Surely one of the leaders, probably a younger team as well, the Flames. Do you think Purcell, even though it's her first year with the team, would come in straight away and assume a leadership role?
Yeah, I think so. And because she's been an international player for so long with the New Zealand national team, she has that experience, and so that leadership just inevitably comes with that.
Jaeger handling the ball handling duties. Offensive foul. Tapia hit the deck.
Personal foul number 3, Keely Froling.
Froling just took her eyes off the play for a second.
For the Flames, number 10, Kira Rowe.
A little bit too strong there from Keely Froling.
Griffin steps it out from long range. Still shooting 47% from long range as a team, the Caps. Jaeger.
Took a little extra step there. She knew what she wanted to do before she did it. But we've seen this game slow down a little bit this quarter. So both teams are just looking to take it easy, get through their sets.
Yeah, it was an up and down third period of basketball. Griffin, no look to Bunton. The two bigs combined for the Capitals.
And that's what the Caps have. They have the bigs that can feed each other. So if it's Griffin to Roof, here it was Kelsey to Bunton. They have the bigs that work well together and have that movement. And that's obviously been spoken about at training. They must be practicing, if I move this way, you're going to have to create space around this way. And yeah, you can tell that they've worked together for a little bit now.
Hunton splits a pair from the free throw line. Melbourne closing out hard, but Nakasoglu drains the triple. Griffin thought about it. Now Melbourne can fire. Jaeger retrieves it for the Flames. Again, shot clock winding down. Cabillo does really well. Froling long two. And Purcell was crashing the glass. But looks like it'll be a foul on Canberra.
Coming back on for the UC Caps, number 3, McKellar.
And you can't question Jade Melbourne's hustle there.
Yeah, you never can, Steph. Seems to be something we've learned early on in her career.
That's right. She's not the biggest or the strongest player, but she'll give you that hustle.
So just the 7 bench points for Sydney. Chance to build on that here in this fourth period. Melbourne, she drives baseline. Purcell really putting the pressure on. Melbourne steps into a three. Nearly drops in. Oh, just mishandled it. Now Cabillo. She's off to the races and one. Nice finish from the guard.
And she was just ready there when Jaeger just mishandled the ball. She was up and in and ready to get it. And then just finish this layup.
First bucket of the game for Abby Cabillo. In fact, first bucket of the season. Stepped in too early, maybe?
Did she jump over the line? I'm not quite sure.
So buckets waved off. Jaeger. And the pass a little off from Purcell.
And the look was a good look. The high-low in there to Pizzy was the right look. It just was a little bit of a wayward pass.
Caps the other way. It's one of the most dominant performances of the season so far, unless the Flames have something to say about it over these last 6 minutes. Come up with a stop on that occasion. Rowe from the corner. Gets one back for Sydney. 19 team turnovers. No surprises really, Steph, the way they've defended Canberra.
And Sydney wouldn't be very happy with that. That's a bit high for the turnover rate. But as you said, Canberra have been defending really, really well and getting in the lanes and making Sydney make errors.
Purcell directing traffic for Sydney. Rowe hit a 3 moments ago. Now she'll fire again. Froling comes up with a long rebound. Cabillo wide open from the wing. And interesting to see Purcell still out there. Heel and Mansfield have gone to the bench, but maybe Purcell just setting some standards, Steph?
Yeah, well, she's definitely a hard worker, and she's been crashing the balls for them, and her effort hasn't wavered. So maybe he's just keeping her out there, or she maybe wants to play those minutes and.
Just off the shoe of Jaeger. That might have been last touch by Melbourne, so lucky break for Sydney.
Very lucky break.
Timeout called by the UC Caps.
Timeout on the floor. It's 79-45, but the Flames lead this quarter 6-5. So a little mini win here, 5 minutes into the fourth.
National Convention Centre Canberra.
And that's probably, do you think, all you can ask for at this stage, Steph, is just try and win the 10-minute period?
Yeah, and it's probably a good chance for them to focus on things that maybe they need to work on. So making sure that if they have to run through sets or defensive schemes that they want to work on, maybe changing up their on-ball defense, this would probably be a really good time for them to try that out, because there's not a lot they can lose at this minute, and if it's successful for them, they'll have that up their sleeve for another game.
See Coach Heel talking things over now. See if they can take something away from this final 5 minutes. The Caps, meanwhile, look well on their way to improving to a 5-3 record on the season. Currently sitting in 5th position outside of the top 4. Do you think they can really contest for this championship, Steph? I know it's early and tough to make those calls.
Yeah,
It's been a dominant performance tonight.
I think there's a lot of teams in this league that may have lost a couple of games that you would have thought they would have won. And so anyone that makes finals, you just have to be in it to win it, I think, this season. And whoever's healthy when it comes to finals, I think has a good chance at winning.
Nakasoglu getting to the rack, drawing the foul.
Personal foul number 1, Abby Kabila. Funda Nakasoglu will shoot 2.
So Nakasoglu starting to hit the scoring column off the pine.
It's really good to see her taking her opportunities, because as you've seen so far this season, she hasn't been getting a lot of minutes, but she's really taking the opportunity and doing really well.
Up to 7 points now. Nakasoglu yet to miss a bucket. Roof gets it to drop from long range.
And that's the tale of Canberra's game. Roof not really known for shooting the 3, but that was a beautiful shot. And she's been actually proving this season that she can hit that shot.
Roof's had a great game as well. Nearly a double-double, 13 and 9.
Absolute monster on the boards.
Finds Smart. Had a big say early in this game, Brittany Smart. 5 3-pointers for her. Mahadi comes up with it for Sydney. Inboard to Pizzi, couldn't handle it. Now Cabillo finds Froling inside. She had front position, couldn't get it to fall.
It was really nice composure there from Alicia Froling, but just couldn't quite finish off.
Oh, Nakasoglu showcasing the handles, but Cabillo picks it off. Fast break opportunity for Canberra. Lucky for the Caps, it'll stay with them. There's those pretty handles again from Nakasoglu.
And up for the UC Capitals, number 16, Casey Samuels. And number 12, Bronte Cork.
Capitals finding some time for some of the younger players. Cabillo hands it off to the 400 gamer Wilson.
And she knew exactly where that bucket was, and that was going in.
Wilson 5 points 6 times today. Hasn't really needed to shoot, hey Steph?
No, and Canberra have just been so dominant from all over the court with such a good spread of scorers. She hasn't needed to.
10 different scorers in the ball game, Canberra.
Personal foul number 3, Kelly Wilson.
Samuels did well, seeing her first minutes of the evening. Kalea. Cabillo got a hand in. She's working through. Kalea couldn't be rewarded for her persistence. 90 seconds to go here. Samuels backs it out. Cork's triple was no good. Capitals still shooting a remarkable 61% from the field. Such has been their dominance. That triple falls to Mahadi. Inside to Froling. Hook shot falls off the glass. So here we go. Not long remaining now. Stick around. We'll have a player after the game to chat to. Touch over what's been a massive win for this Canberra team. Pizzi hits the deck.
Looks like it took the wind out of Pizzi a little bit there.
Cross court, Nakasoglu nails the triple. She's into double digits. Probably one of the rare bright spots today for Sydney.
Yeah, taking a lot and really making the most of her opportunities.
Nice find as well from Sherry Kalea.
And it was deep from Wunda there.
Sydney are in the bonus, so Rebecca Dizzy will shoot 2.
No good on the first for Pizzi, but the Flames still lead this quarter 14-12. Something to take out of it for Coach Hill and the team.
And if anything, it really gives him confidence in his bench because it shows that they can score when they want to. They are able to get through plays. They've been doing quite well defensively.
So here we go. Maybe one last shot for Jaeger. That'll do it. We dribble it out. So the Capitals, a dominant display at home at the National Convention Centre here in Canberra. 32-point winners, if you don't mind. And it was an unbelievable third quarter, Steph, that powered them home.
It really was. And to keep any team to 54 points in the WNBL is a massive feat. So their defense, like we've been talking about all game, was absolutely fantastic today.
Certainly was. They forced the Flames into 21 turnovers, had 13 steals, and Brittany Sykes, who we'll speak to in a moment, hopefully, had 6 steals of her own. She was fantastic.
She was fantastic, and she was just that energy for Canberra. The entire team came ready to play, and she just managed to know where the ball was going to be and read it like a book. And it really turned that third quarter.
Performers all over the place for the Capitals. In the end, they shot 38% from 3, had 10 triples. See some of the game highlights now. Brittany Smart had 5 of 9 from deep as well. One of her corner threes right there. Who are some of the other big performers for Canberra that impressed you today, Steph?
Kelsey always impresses me. You never have to ask me who impresses me for Canberra. It's always going to be Kelsey. But Michaela Roof has been impressing me a lot this season so far as well, and again today. She just works really hard on the boards. She's obviously been working on her three-point shot as well, because we've seen her hit a couple of those throughout the season so far. And again today, she hit another one. So yeah, she's been doing really well inside the key and really stretching it out.
In the end, it was a 52% field goal performance from the Caps. That's probably the stat that stands out there for me. 20 dimes as well as a team. An all-around display, do you think, on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I think so. And it was like they just built confidence. And once one player had it, it was contagious. They were moving well for each other. They were looking at their high-low. And then out of that, they were scoring inside the key and then creating open shots on the outside, because they made the Sydney have to help and double inside. So then they were able to hit their threes, and then we saw a great shooting display from the three as well.
They were doing it all tonight. From the Sydney perspective, who impressed you for the Flames? Tough night, I know.
Yeah, Shyla did a really good job to just keep her scoring going. But across the board, I think Funda Nakasoglu in that fourth quarter came in and gave them a bit of a spark. And I think it's nice to know that you can have, if Loz Mansfield or Shyla happen to have foul trouble or have to sit a game out, you have Funda to come off the bench, and she's a scoring power. She can run the point guard position. And yeah, I think she is an asset to their team that's maybe not utilised enough.
Yeah, well, only one or two players tonight in double digits for the Flames. I was thinking that. Is there a chance that maybe this is the sort of launching point this season for her and she sees some more minutes?
I would love to see that. It's just she's playing behind Shyla and Loz Mansfield, so they're big shoes to fill, but she's definitely put her best foot forward.
Certainly are. Well, hopefully we'll get Brittany Sykes in a second. It'd be great to chat to her. Wasn't she fantastic? 17 points, 6 dimes and 6 steals for her today. Just the athleticism. I mean, we talk about adapting to the league. With her game, it's almost not really a question of adapting. She's just that good.
No, she's just stepped into the league and just performed really, really well. She is athletic. She's a very smart player as well. She knows when to push the ball and when to attack and when to create for her teammates. So it's been great to watch her, and I can't wait to watch her for the rest of the season. Points
in the paint numbers today, the Capitals led 40-14, so dominated from the inside and the out. Bench points in the end was pretty even, 22-16. But Steph, do the points in the paint numbers, does that surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, you look at the team, and they're so strong inside. You just expect them to be scoring inside all the time, that when they start hitting threes, it's like an added bonus for them. So considering they had that many points in the paint today, and then also this points from outside the arc, it's just an impressive game all round.
Great pictures on the screen right now. I think we've got Brittany Sykes with us. She's been unbelievable tonight. Brittany, do you have us right there? Thank you very much for joining us, Brittany. You were unbelievable tonight, especially on the defensive end. What's it like playing with so many great defensive guards like Jade Melbourne on this team? Seems like a real group mentality.
Yeah, no, it's great. I just literally said, my team, man, I got to give them a lot of credit for being the defensive beast that they are. They allow me to go out, and I trust them, and they trust me, and that's how we're able to be a cohesive unit. And me and Jade guard each other in practice, so she gets a lot of work on the defensive end.
Seems like Coach gave you the job tonight on Shyla here. Was that something you had circled in your calendar, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Every guard that I get in any game, especially this one, I circle it, I go to sleep, I dream about it. Anything you want to say, I do it.
That's absolutely fantastic. You've been doing so well, and it looks like you've just stepped right into this league. Comparing your defensive efforts in the WNBL compared to other leagues that you've played in, how does it compare?
I mean, honestly, every league that I've been in, it's been great competition. And coming here and getting my feet wet, I really do enjoy the WNBL. It allows me to really focus on the defensive end and try to figure out new ways that I can bring back into the WNBA.
Well, Brittany, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Congratulations, you are unbelievable. We'll let you go celebrate with your teammates.
All right. Thank you guys so much. See you soon.
Brittany Sykes there, what a performance from her. 6 dimes, 6 steals, unreal stuff. The Capitals prevailing tonight by 32 points. Stick with us though, we've got a double header coming up. Another game here on KO Sports at 8:30 p.m. We'll catch you then. It's been Liam Ellison alongside Steph Blitzarves. Thank you very much for joining us. The Capitals 86, Sydney 54.